Let's talk about mounts. Mounts. One of the ultimate expressions of mastery and completion for expansion content in the MMO world. So, when I learned that my favorite game, Final Fantasy XIV, had Pinnacle mounts associated with each expansion, like Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, my goal became clear. I must catch them all. So, join me on my quest to get the Pinnacle mount from A Realm Reborne, as I learn some new mechanics, make some new friends, and ultimately triumph over the primals of Final Fantasy XIV. After completing the main quest in A Realm Reborne, the Warrior of Light embarks on a new journey to investigate the return of the primals. To progress, players must face the same trials they previously encountered, but on a harder difficulty. While these are challenging and slightly more difficult, they usually don't pose a significant challenge if you spend enough time mastering your chosen class. However, the true test of skill awaits after completing the hard trials as you embark on the extreme trials. Previously, I'd spent like 30 minutes waiting for a queue to pop for the extreme trial of Garuda, the first extreme trial that we need to complete and where the first mount is waiting for us. While I was waiting, one of my Twitch viewers offered to help me with the extreme trial. I was excited. I thought, great, another person in the queue. We can get through this stupid 30-minute queue faster. It'll be great. I can get to the end of this challenge faster. And I was right. Sort of. Lucian, the legendary viewer, joined my queue and immediately readied up. I was definitely confused, but there was a crucial piece of information I was missing about Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, wait, what the hell? Wait, what?
I didn't know what an unsynced trial was. First up is Garuda. The mount we're looking for here is Xanthos. Garuda is such a unique fight. The visuals of the fighting arena, mixed with the stones scattered about, promise a fight on the move. I was as ready as I would ever be with my dance partner, Lucia. There was the first attempt. You can tell by the look on my face that I was quite surprised. The unsynced trial was eye-opening, to say the least. Before we continue the hunt, let's discuss the various methods for running trials in Final Fantasy XIV. When you queue up for a trial, your level is typically synced to the level at which you unlocked the trial. This means your character's skills, abilities, and gear will all be adjusted to match the maximum level of the dungeon. This is done to maintain the challenge when running the trial at higher levels, while also allowing people who are running it for the first time run it with people who've run it 10,000 times. However, it is possible to run these trials unsynced, meaning that they will take place at your party's current level. So when running A Realm Reborn content that has a maximum level of 50, you can run them at 60, 70, 80, or in this case, 90. And things can get a little wild.
I gotta remember to run. If I don't run, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. All I can do is hit him during the invulnerable time. He is very gorgeous to me.
We ended up having to run Garuda a few times in order to get the mount, so I'm just going to kind of quickly cut through some of these attempts.
All right, here we go. Run, 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 beat him, beat him, beat him. Okay. That's just not fair. Whatever move that is, that's just not fair. These things. Uh-oh. I lied. Nice. Nope, not that time. Any stun build has to use the Garuda claws. Oh. Clara, what was your build like at the end of the game? What were you rocking? What perks were you rocking? Oh!
Summon forth Xanthos, the legendary steed, favored of the primal Garuda. At full gallop, it is said to be the very wind itself. Alright, let's move on to our beloved Titan. Just like in the previous trial, our goal is to find the unique whistle associated with the trial-specific mount. This time, it's Gulfaxi. Titan's unsynchronized fight can basically be divided into two main phases. the pre-heart phase and the post-heart phase. During the battle, destroying Titan's heart is crucial to finally defeating him and completing the trial. Although there are numerous rocks that can trap you in this trial, the speed of our completion doesn't really bring that rock part into play. Here, our focus is solely on getting him to half health, destroying his heart, and then finishing him off and checking to see if we can get that Golfaxi whistle. Lucian and I ended up running the trial about 5 times, averaging at about 30 to 45 seconds per attempt. Now, at this point, it was pretty much inevitable that we would get the mount, so it just took us a couple tries. And, oh, there it is. Golfaxi is ours. Summon forth Golfaxi, the legendary steed favored of the primal titan. Its powerful legs set off tremors that can be felt from miles away. After we completed Titan, it was time we returned to Uringer to unlock the next primal, which is
Boom, baby.
Ifrit, the unfriendly doggo. This fight had one of my favorite moments of the entire challenge.
Are we done? No way.
Yep. That was 8 seconds. Lucian completed the trial in 8 seconds. That's insane. Now, it might be possible at this point you were thinking the same thing that I was kind of thinking. So, let's explore an ethical dilemma. In the pursuit of extreme trials and difficult content in Final Fantasy XIV, have I negated the undermining challenge of the content by doing it unsynced? As I was playing, I couldn't help but wonder if maybe by playing this content unsynced, I would somehow undermine the strength and the importance of the reward that I would gain. I'm genuinely curious about this as someone who's new to this sort of content and this sort of world. Should all of these trials always be played at the max level, or is engaging in unsynced content simply a means to simplify a elongated process? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you think something totally different, let me know. I actually would love to talk to you about this. But let's get back to the video.
Atheon whistle.
Summon forth Atheon, the legendary steed favored of the primal Ifrit. Its breath is said to be as hot as the 7th hell. Next up is the World Eater. Man, this one, dude. I hate this one. All right, a little context here. Me and Lucian, we're crushing it at this point, right? We're plowing down these freaking primals like nobody's business. I was ready to complete this next trial and get another mount when I noticed a message in my Twitch chat. Lucian said, "I'm not very good at this one, so we might need to get some help." I sort of just rolled over it and was like, yeah, whatever, man, it's fine. We're gonna be all right. The Leviathan fight on normal and hard, much like my preferred bowling method, has guardrails on the fight. So when Leviathan slams down on either side of the boat and you kind of fall left or fall right, in the extreme version, you actually fall off and it's a pain in the ass. So, statistically speaking, if you had a full party, you could have one healer on one side, one healer on another side, kind of split the party, make sure everybody got up. With 2 people, this was not possible and we struggled hard. So, I kind of thought that was it. I'm not going to lie. We were going at this for a long time. I thought Lucian was just going to sort of be like, hey man, that's it. I can't really do this one. I'm done. But that is not at all what happened. Instead, Lucian was like, hold up, let me cook, dude. And he got a friend. I'd like to introduce you to Tori. Tori and Lucian hang out in a Discord server dedicated to helping Sprouts, like me, reach their goals and complete the game with as much help as they need. Tori had agreed to run the extreme trial with us, and just like that, we were off. Tori played Red Mage so that she could play DPS and use Resurrect if Lucian fell off. And after a few attempts, we really started to get into the rhythm, and we completed the trial and unlocked the legendary mount Enbar. Now we have 2 fights left, Ramuh and Shiva. First up is Ramuh. We headed into the forest ready to take down the big beard and triumph over one more primal. The fight itself is pretty straightforward, but there's another 50% mechanic that somewhat stops the fight, where you basically have to run around and destroy all these little wisps that sort of form around him. Then he does this big lightning attack, and then you kind of get back to whooping his ass. After that mechanic is over, we're going at it, we're winning. This one really didn't take that many attempts, if I'm being honest with you. We got them out pretty much like right off the bat, and I must say, this mount is drippy as hell. This is my favorite mount that we acquired. And listen to some of this music. So, let me know in the comments, what is your favorite out of all the extreme mounts for A Realm Reborn? With Ramuh done, we have 1 fight left. Our journey brought us to the long-awaited encounter with Shiva. Forming a significant bridge between the post-Realm Reborn storyline and the central plot of Heavensward is the wonderful fight of Shiva. The combat choreography in this trial is truly breathtaking. Witnessing Shiva's graceful flight and her unleashing devastating ice attacks left me in awe.
Uh-oh.
Like dust in the wind.
Oh, emote on her!
I just was constantly following her with the camera. I found myself genuinely like, if I could run this all day, I would. I just genuinely thought it was awesome. But we ran it a few times, and much like Ramuh, we came out on top.
I want to
Got the mount pretty
quick.
quickly, I'm not gonna lie. And with that, we summoned forth the mighty Boreas. Having completed the Pokédex with all the required mounts, it's now time to make our way to Revenant's Toll, where the final stage of this wonderful journey can commence.
It is finished.
We speak to the Wandering Minstrel, and he tells us a story about a mount of legend that descends from the sky upon a worthy adventurer. Upon seeing your arsenal of legendary mounts, he asks that you accompany him to Rothsfort to see if the legends are true. What follows is truly an incredible scene. Let's watch.
A Realm Reborn Pinnacle mount. Yes, I do. Look at this bad boy, dude. If I'm not mistaken, this is the immortal Kirin of Eastern legend. Thank you, Arthur, for allowing me this chance to see one with my own eyes. I shall treasure this memory for always. That the Kirin has responded to your summons can mean only one thing. It is assent to your command. It is as I always knew it would be. From the very moment we met, you are the one the hermit spoke of, the legend fit to call legend forth. Beneath a crystal bower, a silent whistle sounds, that o'er a crystal tower around the world resounds. So from its clouded kingdom, a golden steed descends, to bend its knee to a hero brave and for its strength to lend. Bars, dude. Absolute bars.
I'm positively overflowing with newfound inspiration, and it is all thanks to you, Arthur. I shall call this song The Ballad of the Myth Rider. Holy! It shall be my finest creation yet. People the realm over may shout your praises, but who among them can set them to verse as well as I? Dude, this guy wants to be my remembrancer. I'm here for it. Absolutely. Let's go! Ichiban! Isn't that a character from Yakuza? Oh my god. Hell yes. Where are you at? You can now summon the Kirin mount. Look at this mount, dude. A Realm Reborne Pinnacle mount. Done. Our journey ends. Thank you so much for watching. This was an absolute blast. I had so much fun completing this challenge with the help of some truly wonderful people. I want to thank Lucen and I want to thank Tori. You guys rock. You're always in my Twitch chat. I love you guys. So, where do we go from here? Well, I'm going to keep doing this, and I hope you join me. If you want to hang out with me on Twitch and watch me do some of this live, we just finished Heaven's Word. We're entering the 2.0, or not the 2.0, sorry, the post-Heaven's